Not the riffs. What is happening? What is transpiring right now? This is immaculate. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy TOBBQ here with another music review. So much music has been dropping today. Singles, music videos, albums. I don't understand how Friday the 13th could be an unlucky day, because today I feel extremely lucky. With that, I'm a little overwhelmed because there's just a lot to review. I have so many reactions that I've recorded that I just have not edited. There's just so much sitting on my computer. Maybe I should hire somebody to like edit them. I'll be honest though, I don't think I have that kind of money to just keep pouring into like a side passion project. Plus I have fun editing, just takes a long time. But today's video will be I'm Not Afraid of Music Anymore by Coin. I've been highly anticipating this album. Last year, I was recommended by a subscriber to listen to Dreamland, and that reinvigorated my love for this group. I would say up until that point, I was a casual fan, and now I'm certainly more dedicated. I cannot wait to see them in concert. I bought the like VIP package. Like, you can ask them a question. Like I'm going full send, because this group's music has just enlightened me, made me feel all types of joy. And since listening to Dreamland, like basically a year ago, I've now pretty much listened to all of their discography. So if you want to talk about favorites and stuff like that, let's get active in the comments. But I really am just so curious to see what direction they're going to go in. Now, I've only listened to one single, Strawberry Jam. It was the first single, because I didn't want to like listen to too many songs. I like to preserve the feel of the album, and especially because Coin tends to make their albums very cohesive experiences, I figured it would be fun to just like walk into that as blindly as I could. I have no idea what direction they're going to go in here. I really loved the albums post Dreamland because they felt experimental, so I don't know if it's going to be more of that or if they're going to be returning to more of their classic sound, if you will. Personally, I've never been afraid of music, so we'll see if this album makes me less afraid or makes me a little bit of afraid and then not afraid anymore. I don't know what's going to happen. I just know that I'm in for a ride. And I appreciate you coming along for that. I saw a comment on YouTube the other day that said this music is pure serotonin, and I completely agree with that. You are about to witness pure joy. I won't stop smiling. I'm convinced. I'm already convinced. I'm sold. All right, let's get it. Enough waffling. We have our first track. It's Hard to Care About Everything. That's pretty accurate. Kind of sounds like a loop. I like that. Whoa. It's like I already love it, you know?
Charlie works at the Walk Cafe.
Oh man, I love Chase.
Right to his grave.
His voice is awesome.
That's just more of the same. Then we say, oh, we
I feel like this is gonna kick at some point. It has to. Super gradual, but I'm digging it. You can see the concert opening with this. I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting. I love when they add the choral sound. Okay, that wasn't, unless it hasn't fully picked up, but that was creeping through there. That's interesting. As strong of a kick in as I was expecting. Upbeat, but so chill at the same time. Beautiful dichotomy. Or duality. I don't know if either work. Like, I knew it was gonna get to this point. Just took a little bit. That's crazy. Ooh. I'm a sucker for their synth. I hope we're gonna get more of that. Very cool. Yeah. Like I said earlier, the instruments are there. They're so present, but at the same time, Chase's voice, the lead vocalist, like always just manages to be isolated, be at the forefront, be right there up close and personal. And I just love that so much. And yeah, man, I love a good gradual buildup. The song eventually got to a point that like I was sensing it's just kind of in their DNA. But at the same time, it wasn't like this crazy go nuts banger. I have a feeling though, it'll feel different live. So we'll see. But I think that's a pretty strong start. I'm definitely intrigued. There's old elements elements. There's some of their newer elements in there. Let's just keep it moving. All right, track 2, we have another single that was released, Take It or Leave It. Again, I have not listened to this one because I wanted to save it for the album, but it seems to be doing pretty well. Caught up to Strawberry Jam almost.
What?
Oh, yeah, this feels a little bit like their older stuff.
Last night I wanted to call you with blood in my mouth, but there's not much I can say. Then we go up the drive through the door, cut my hair on the kitchen.
I definitely could have been enjoying this for months, but that's all right. I'm enjoying it now. What? Oh.
So don't go breaking my heart, just tear me apart and take it or leave it.
Love the bass line.
You're turning squares in a circle, just spit it right out, you shove it right in my face. You say
And this is why they're not just a regular band, right?
why you talking
Because
like that?
they're just throwing shit all across the room, you know?
You're not coming back. One love, 2 miles, a missed call and a pretty boyfriend. Don't go breaking my heart, just tear me apart if you're gonna leave me. Don't go breaking my heart, just tear me apart. Yeah, take it or leave it.
Liking that. Ooh, the tom-toms. Okay. That's now 2 songs in a row where the end of the track gets so exciting. And I'm saying like the literal end, like the last like 10 seconds, it reaches the peak and then it just cuts out. I can totally understand why they dropped it as a single. That was just a lot of fun. It got me up and moving. No surprise there. Just strong on the instrumental front. I think it was second verse maybe. They were just throwing so many different pieces at you, and I really like that a lot. So yeah, again, maybe we're reverting into a little bit of an older sound, but I dig all their sounds, you know? All right, we have track 3, Asking for a Friend. It's a very cool filter on the guitar. It's not that their drums haven't always been great, but I feel like they're really getting the highlight in this album.
Spill my drink 'cause I'm nervous when I'm talking to you. It's not the
Y'all hear that whisper?
if I have an excuse. I got nothing to lose. Baby, I know
Oh,
I don't
I fucked up.
have a chance. But if I show you, I do what I can. Thinking about you now, and I do
Ooh, the little
what
mini
you
distortions in his voice. Awesome.
Baby, I know that I don't have a chance. I'm just asking for a friend.
Okay, so again, it's they're making me wait for it.
Take notice.
Bass is crushing it.
I'm not walking away. And I'll follow the floor. Baby, I know that I don't have a chance. Baby, I know that I don't have a chance. I'm just asking for a friend.
Cool. To my earlier points about this feeling very instrumental, what I mean by that, it feels more grounded in the instruments, right? Like they've used very avant-garde snippets of sounds, and it doesn't seem like that is happening right now. It could later in this album, but just from the 3 songs, I'm getting a sense it just feels a little bit more rooted in traditional instruments. And that's super cool because I think that showcases more of their technical abilities. They're not hiding behind anything like super edgy, I guess. But I think from a concert standpoint, though, this is going to be a lot of fun, because it really feels like they're just kind of jamming out. And even with that little break at the end of the song, it felt like they were just like, oh, let's do that like fun little bit that we do in the middle of songs. And, you know, they just did something totally different from the rest of the song. And then they jumped right back into the song. Like, I don't know. I get the sense that this is extremely like vibe oriented. I'm digging it, man. They're jamming. I like it. All right, we got track 4 now. Slack. This was another single. It might have been the third one that got dropped, I'm assuming, just from the count. Again, I have not listened to it. I've only listened to Strawberry Jam. Figured I'd just save it for the album to enjoy the whole thing, but part of me has to think it's gonna be a little bit of a banger.
Hello. Is it obvious?
Whoa.
I'm notorious.
Very up in your face. Calm strums in the back are cool too. Telling you, man, the drums are shining in this album.
Baby, cut me some slack.
Yo, and they keep... All right, they're doing fake outs. Ooh, we picked it up. We picked it up. Crash my car. Ooh. What's that little watery sound? You hear that like really high-pitched distorted sound? That's really cool. It's like he's harmonizing with himself using the distortions. Ooh. Ooh. That one was my favorite so far. I would say that's probably my favorite single of the 3 singles. I noticed this too in my reaction to Strawberry Jam that I'm actually going to just put into this video. They've been playing a lot with tempos, not just the rhythm and the drums, right? But like the tempos themselves are dynamic. They slow things down, they speed things up. I feel like they tend to be more of a consistent band in that sense. Even if they wanted to slow things down, maybe they did it for like a 1 to 2 minute song. But they're really playing with the tempo changes within the song. And I think that's pretty dope. It's throwing me for a loop. I feel like 4 songs in a row I've just been edged. I know I've said that before on the channel. I don't know how you all receive it, but that's what it feels like, you know, where I'm like, oh, it's gonna come, it's gonna come. No. Gotta wait a little bit longer. Yeah, man, to my earlier point, it seems like they're really having fun with this. I'm just vibing with this per usual. It's all vibes, you know. Track 5. Along for the ride. I'm just going along for the ride. Just enjoying it. Just enjoying it. I hope you are too.
New ending. It's beginning now. Flip the script, cut the blinds, read your mind and spell it out. I'm a tin man with my heart in hand, romanticizing who am I then?
Got a little more piano in this one. I love that. I can feel his fingers. I can hear his fingers like strumming the guitar. Like, do you know what I'm talking about? Or the bass? It's probably the bass. Ooh. I can hear everybody going, hey. I dig it. I dig it. The acoustic. Just keeping me along for the ride. Just say it in my face. Don't drag it out this way. I knew I heard the strings. There's a little bit of spirituality in this one. I mean, there's spirituality in all their music, but this one has that, a little bit of that vibe. interesting. What a cute little ending. That one's fun too. I like that. I remember my Dreamland video talking about how the formula of their songs is just so pleasant.
Their song formula is just so perfect.
They have such a good understanding of how to like structure a song. And while that's still true here, I feel like the formula is very, very different from what we've heard just in literally all of their other discography. They're not quick to launch into these songs. I could be thinking about maybe just more of the hits and maybe like the upbeat songs, but I just feel like a lot of their songs tend to be steady, and these songs are not steady. They are a little bit uncomfortable in a way because they are these buildups. There are these like mini expectations that they create for us as we're pushing through the song, and they just totally subvert those expectations, which I feel like is frustrating, but in a good way. At the end of the day, it keeps you on your toes, and that's always fun. All right, moving on to track 6, we have Problem. We don't have a problem, but we have Problem to listen to. Chase. I wonder like what they're recording this in, you know? This is giving me an uncanny vibe. Oh, I thought I was talking too loud into the mic. Yeah, this one gives me Uncanny Valley vibes a little bit though. All right, so they punched into this one a little bit quicker. 1992?
Wash it down with cinnamon, I'll tell you what I think. I took my vitamins, but I still feel obsolete.
The little tiny voices, man. Look creepy but cool.
Let me sing it loud. Let me break it down.
I knew there was gonna be a.
Then I'll cut it out.
Because if they're gonna start powerful, they gotta bring it down a little bit. Just at the rate they're going up.
Is this getting easier? Am I just getting older? Am I just getting sleepier? Baby, I'm a vulture.
I feel like all the weird sounds that they usually throw in their songs are just being like sprinkled at the end, which is cool. That had definitely more of a rockish vibe too. Initially, it reminded me of Uncanny Valley. I think it might have been the filter on the guitar, or even just like maybe the cadence of the song. Something about it felt very familiar, but then it kind of took on its own identity. So very, very cool. Let's keep chugging along. All right, we got track 7, Blueberry Smoothie. I dig a blueberry smoothie, but I would say I probably prefer blueberry muffins. Also, while we're just on the subject of berries, I'm gonna need everybody to know that it's pronounced acai. This is a public service announcement. PSA, please say acai, okay? That's how we say it in Portuguese, and it's not that hard. Acai, not acai. Acai? All right, ignoring my ADHD brain for a second, let's just get into the song. Ooh, I like that.
I'm a moth to a flame. Take it slow, make it loud.
I have no idea where this is gonna go.
Baby, you can call me. I'm falling dead asleep this time.
Oh.
You get around, in every corner of
This is giving me like a edgy early 2000s rock band a little bit. Not to kill the vibe, but like the band in Freaky Friday, you know what I'm saying?
Don't wanna grow up, I wanna get out.
Does that check out? Let me know if it doesn't.
Take me away.
It probably doesn't. Okay, they're throwing a little bit of heavy ambient sounds, or heavenly ambient sounds in the back.
I'm falling dead asleep. Get loud is killing me. I
burlesque sounds. Getting flashbacks. Oh, I love how the drums are just here. Is this a transition? No. All right, so we're officially halfway through. Maybe I missed something in the lyrics. I don't know why that was called Blueberry Smoothie, but it was a cool song. That one definitely had like a dueling forces going on. There was that grungier, darker sound that I was trying to articulate, but you also had kind of like this omnipresent angelic sound. And there was one point where it got like a little bit of shine, but what a unique combo. Opposites kind of just complementing each other right there. Now the irony here is we move into track 8, we just got done hearing angel sounds. You know, triples are like angel numbers. I don't know if that's intentional on their part. Maybe I'm reading way too deep into it, but I do think it's worth looking up what 222 means, because each set of triples means something different. All right, so I know 222 to be balance, right? But I guess in other interpretations it also means trust and alignment. So I don't know if you guys can see, but a lot of these are just saying you were in the right place at the right time. So that's definitely how I feel listening to Coin's music, but I'm curious to know how this track might capture that, if it's intending to capture that. We'll see. Oh, there's a little bit of like a rustic vibe to this.
17 somewhere around the ocean.
Are there crackles going on, or is that just my headphones? I can't tell.
Fresh as a Georgia peach that I picked up on the roadside.
I like that.
Heard your name through the pouring rain.
And that bass sounds so familiar.
And she said every time you fall in love you wanna meet the band. Oh honey, every time I leave I hope you understand. I love you long. I've been on a long way back home, hanging out the open window.
Is that a trumpet? Or maybe it's a synth. Or it's a voice. I don't know. I'm really liking this one a lot. Oh, this one's a warm hug for me.
Just smile, smile. Can't you just smile, smile?
Not trying to compare or anything, but that just felt like a little bit of an alternate timeline. Let it all out. Only for two reasons. One, because there's like some numerical, spiritual aspect to that. And two, that bass. I said it sounded familiar. It's not the same notes. It's similar notes, but it is very much the same bass and mix on the bass. Going into the second verse. I'm 1,000 miles from my front door. And I can't recall what I came here for. Yeah, my skin is thick, but I can take much more. Oh, you know, it just had the similar bass sound. I don't know. Apologies for my shit singing. Definitely didn't record that 5 times. All right. So anyway, that one felt like a hug, spiritually speaking. They were playing a little bit more with the heavenly sounds, and there were a lot more like niche sounds thrown in there too. For me, they've always stood out for that. It's just like creating really unique sound. And that's not the part that makes me afraid of music. That's the part that makes me fall in love with music, is when people like literally are inventing new sonic elements. That one just felt so new but so familiar at the same time, and I think that's amazing. Very much felt like I was in the right place at the right time. All right, let's move to track 9, Growing Song. Ooh, I like the little kind of staticky stuff. Sorry, Chase. Ooh. Am I about to like this back half a lot more? Like, I've been enjoying the front half, but 2 songs into the back half, it's very promising.
Baby, I'm growing.
I love that. And those notes too are nice.
Oh, maybe I'm a goldfish out of the ocean. Put me on a soapbox and climb up my shoulders. I dive and I show my teeth. How many heart attacks?
I love how he just jumps octaves so flawlessly. Or not flawlessly, effortlessly.
Baby, I'm growing.
Huh. Almost like gives off the impression like a orchestra is like tuning itself. You know, all the members of the orchestra are like trying to figure their note. Kind of has that like sporadicness.
Baby, I'm growing.
Ooh. That little modulation was nice.
But maybe I'm not.
Real. And again, another kind of twist ending. I think with more listens, I'll definitely like absorb a lot more of the lyrics. If you've seen my reaction to Dreamland, you know that nothing was really lyrical in that experience. It was just completely feels. But I definitely have to be a little bit more diligent. We don't really dive too hard, you know, into that on this channel, but there's always substance in a lot of the stuff they sing about. So when it comes to their music, I kind of enjoy seeing all that be revealed with time as I listen more. But like I was saying, 2 songs in the back half, I'm really enjoying. Don't know if they're gonna keep kind of that softer side. I know Strawberry Jam will pick up a little bit, but we'll see. Track 10, Bloodtype. What's your blood type? I think mine's A negative. I don't know. Just remember to be positive. All right. Whoa, this is gonna sound cool in a theater.
Baby, I was born in the USA, but I didn't start the fire. Spent a lot of time.
Little Springsteen, Billy Joel reference.
But I'm not blaming Jesus Christ. But I won't even look you in the eyes.
I'm sorry.
I don't even know my own blood type. Made a few friends in Tennessee, but I'll die in West Virginia. Convinced myself I'm a communist, but I take you for granted. Cleaning corners of my mind. Hold me down with common sense, Christmas trees and chain link fences. You cut right to the truth. You're slowly getting through.
Huh. I know I just paused it. Olivia might be almost like the third part of that song. That song, more than any, it's only 2 minutes. Felt like there was more to be said. Again, I'm frustrated, right? Like in a good way, because I'm like, no, like there's something more here. And I don't know, maybe there really wasn't. But I feel like Coin read my mind, you know? I was like, I got the track 9. I was like, yeah, I'm just vibing. I'm not really paying attention to the lyrics. And right after I say that, we listen to this song that you literally have to pay attention to the lyrics because that's most of what's going on. Yeah, I feel like that story isn't over. Oh man, I don't know. All right, well, let's see if Olivia is like totally different or if it's something that would be like a part 2 to Bloodtype. There hasn't really been any transitions, you know, in this album, which is totally fine. Dreamland being like one of my favorite albums by them, you definitely get spoiled with that in that album. But let's see. 11, Olivia. There's that bass again. Or it's a guitar, it's just really deep notes.
Call upon a Friday, drawing shapes in the carpet. Push me straight down the stairs.
Those harmonies.
Then you leave my apartment. I know it's Olivia. I know
Oh,
if you want me to, I'll go.
the chord progression.
Olivia, it's you. Up in the
the additional voices too.
but Olivia is
Whoa. Whoa. That's my favorite one. For those of you who have been subscribed for a fair amount of time, I don't know if that comes as a surprise because my favorites tend to be like really high intensity or like upbeat, happy songs. But I think when it comes to Coin, it's always the songs that just evoke the most emotion. All of their songs evoke emotion, but the ones that evoke the most, yeah, man. Yeah. Man, that's a fire song. You know, it's something about their songs that are named after people that are elite, in my opinion. This one has Olivia. Uncanny Valley has Brad Pitt. Okay, that doesn't really help my argument. I think it's an alright song, but it's just not my personal favorite. Rainbow, you could say Hypnotica because he's referring to, you know, her as Hypnotica, like should call you Hypnotica. So maybe you can make that argument. Dreamland, it would be Babe Ruth, most definitely. How Will You Know If You Never Try? Hannah, 100%, absolute banger. And then debut album, maybe you could say Atlas is one of them. There's like a fictional character named Atlas Shrugged, right? Something like that. But yeah, I will say for the most part, the songs that are named after people, that's a really weird, specific call out, but it just hits. It just hits, especially Olivia and Hannah. Throw Babe Ruth in there too. That's a trifecta, but I am actually so excited to re-listen to that song. I'm excited to listen to the whole thing again, but that song just... that was just another warm hug. All right, track 12, Strawberry Jam. I think it'd actually be really cool to include the reaction that I recorded for that song so that you can see like my genuine first impression of the song. So I will hand you off to TOBBQ from a few months ago to react to Strawberry Jam. I'm very excited because if this is the first single they're dropping in whatever album might eventually come, it's got to be a big one. Now, with a name like Strawberry Jam, I'm thinking it's got to be sweet maybe. I don't know if it's going to be upbeat. I don't know if it's going to be chill, but I know for a fact it's going to be delicious. Strawberry Jam is one of the better jams, in my opinion. However, it's not good for blocking signals.
The radar, sir. It appears to be jammed.
raspberry.
All right, enough of my dated references. Let's just jump right into this.
I think there's something I'm running from. Or is it just a
Mr. Voice Chase missed it.
I'll leave you there in a parking lot.
Okay.
Do it again and again. I told you I'll come back for you.
A little galloping. Okay.
You said you found love in a pretty mouth. It'll chew you up. It'll spit you out. She likes me better when I'm taking my time.
Okay, I thought it was gonna be a bigger crash, but I think we're getting there. Ooh, y'all hear those harmonies? It's building. I gotta turn this up. Is that a harmonica? Like it almost feels slower. You expect it to be faster, but it's like slower. Oh, this is a tease. This is a straight tease. Damn, man. I'm kind of mad about that song. Not that it's bad. I loved it. I actually loved it a lot. I'm so mad that I'm only able to listen to one Coin song at this very second. That's gearing me up and probably gearing everybody else up for whatever album is gonna come after this. The best word I think I can use to describe Coin is just spirit. They just have such a tangible spirit in their music. You can just feel them in the track. I mean, that's what music literally is, but I just think they do a great job at it. Nothing instrumentally other than maybe the harmonica surprised me. Strong bass line, strong guitar. Vocals were awesome too. Didn't have the signature Coin like vocal mix on it. It felt more like just Chase's voice, which was awesome. He's got a great voice, totally cool with that. But that chorus was throwing me off. I was expecting something more explosive in terms of like rhythm because they had the galloping beat preceding the chorus, and that kind of just primed me to think it was just gonna rev up more and more. But I'm not mad if my expectations are subverted. That song was sweet. Pun 100% intended. All right, now moving on to track 13, Sing Along. Am I gonna be singing along? I imagine at the concert I will be. Let's see. I feel like this has to be a fun one given the name. Whoa. Got ever so slightly islandy vibe, just like a smidge.
I'm owning my mistakes. Baby, how did it get this way? I can't shake the feeling. I'm turning six, and I don't know what I do it to you. How many times can I be around? I've been down for way too long. How many
I can see all the girlies crying at the concert to this one.
hoping you still sing along.
That heart, oh man, again.
Bye, bye,
The harmonies, man.
bye, bye, bye.
Okay, so they're interpolating Lonely. I think that's the name of the song. I heard some weird shit going on here. All my headphone users out there, you know what I'm talking about. Sounds like a siren a little bit. One thing I love about Coin, whether their melodies and rhythms are toned up or toned down, there is always a vulnerability in their music and their lyrics. But I feel like this album is peeling back more layers. I genuinely feel like there's just a deeper level of vulnerability here. Yeah, and I really appreciate that. They've always just come across as so genuine. Music has been like this for a while now, but I feel like more than ever, we're seeing artists just sing about things that they're not even experiencing. Like they're creating music for other people, meaning like the people who listen can relate to a lot of what's being sung. But I definitely think there are some artists out there that aren't really like singing their experiences. And I never feel that way with Coin. It genuinely feels like everything that they sing about was experienced firsthand by at least someone in the group. And I think maybe that's why their music feels so cathartic in a way. It's like they're using their music to heal themselves. And I don't know. I'm not afraid of music anymore. Is he actually talking about music? Is it like a euphemism for love in some instance? It really feels like he's shedding a lot. It'll take some time for me to understand this theme completely, but that's beside the point. I think it's awesome. I think it's really, really fucking awesome. All right. I'm really sad. Last track, Leaving a Light On.
Hold back the magic, save your perfume. I saw my mattress, my bedsheets smell like you. Sometimes it feels like the first time. Sometimes it feels like the first time.
Again, man, with the vulnerability. I don't know if I've ever heard whistles in their songs before. I could be blanking.
So I fill my days with unfamiliar faces, just trying to fill your place, but
I hope this picks up.
sometimes it feels like the first time. Sometimes
This is so much more rockish.
So I fill my days with unfamiliar faces. This might be a mistake, but I'm begging you.
I don't think it's gonna kick back in, but I kind of like how it won't. Wow. I like how that didn't end with like another crash. Like, I'm glad that they brought that song to a climactic point, but they also let it die off. Maybe that's almost a microcosm of the entire album, but it's like they released, you know, whatever this tension, whatever this feeling was, and when it felt like they were potentially going to do it again and like end the album in that kind of way, they more so let it go. If we're just kind of looking like high level, their music has gone from like letting it all out to like just letting it go, just letting go in general. And you know, that's growth. It's not just a growing song. This is a growing album. Holistically, I like how they're always pushing themselves to capture a new sound. Not necessarily like new for music in general. I think they've done a little bit of that, but more so just do something new for them. I know when I go to the concert, there'll probably be a more holistic like set list. It will likely be a majority of this, but I'm sure there will be some of like the fan favorites played. And I think that'll just be cool to see like all their sounds compiled together. But yeah, I just always respect the artists that push themselves to try different things, because how will you know if you never try? You know, one thing's for sure, they definitely be trying. You know, they don't hold back. And I know I keep talking about this concert that I'm going to, but if you're a massive Coin fan, I'm sure you can imagine and empathize with, you know, where I'm sitting right now and the anticipation and the excitement I feel for that. I definitely fall in love with different musicians and groups pretty quickly. You know, it's not hard for me to get really invested in an album, but like I mentioned, over the past year, I've listened to all of their albums and I've loved every single one. That part does not happen often. Very rarely will I listen to an artist and then be completely engulfed in like the rest of their discography. You know, I feel like I get fatigued. I think I did a really good job at actually spacing out listening to all their albums so that I wouldn't get fatigued. But still, the fact that all of their work is stuff that resonates with me, and within a year's time, I've stuck with them and listened to what they've put out, and now it has me following the new stuff that's being released. I don't think that's really an easy feat, because I just listen to like a lot of different genres, and I'd say my preferences just like kind of change rapidly. So I'm very grateful for this group, and I'll continue to be grateful because they keep putting out music that is just so personal and so human. But you know, even though music is one of the easiest ways to like reach and connect with people under the umbrella of art, I still think there's something to be said when that connection, that point of connection, is a genuine one and a real one. And I think the picture that I have of them is only going to become clearer. You know, the pixels are going to expand exponentially when I see them in person. I can't wait, man. So I went to the concert and I figured I'd just offer my thoughts. Initially, I had hoped to finish the video before the concert so that I could share it with people at the concert. That didn't really pan out, so I guess I'm just gonna include my thoughts about it here. First and foremost, I had so much fun. I wasn't a huge concert goer growing up, and so the last few years I've just pushed myself to go see artists that I love and enjoy. I would say that this show was definitely one of my favorites. As I mentioned, I did the whole like VIP thing. Coin's music has kind of struck a personal chord, and so I thought it'd be a great opportunity to see them do like their pre-show thing in a more intimate and like, I guess, smaller way. And I'm so happy that I did it, because I really felt like I got to connect with them, their music, and even the fan base a little bit more, which was a lot of fun for me. So I got there pretty early for the pre-show just to, you know, get close in line. Everyone that I met in line was super nice. Everybody got like a number to indicate like where they were in the line. I got number 15, so I didn't get there too early but not too late. I also thought that was kind of coincidental, because 10 plus 05 equals 15. So I was like, all right, that's a little bit of a sign maybe. But yeah, I just went around like asking everybody what their favorite songs on the album were. You know, I even got a few like like friendship bracelets, which was nice. So the vibes were so immaculate already, like going into this experience. So then we get into the venue, we get hooked up with a bunch of swag, like, you know, bags, posters, we get in there. It's probably only like 20, maybe 30 of us. It's not that many people. And yeah, they just come out, you know, on stage, and they kind of did like a alternating between like song requests and questions. I think I submitted mine too late because it didn't get read. I was going to ask them, like, if you were a fruit, what fruit would you be? Because they make a lot of references to different fruits in the albums. I just thought that'd be kind of a cheeky question. They ended up playing 222, Hard Eyes, and Sprite. They said they played Sprite earlier, but they didn't do a full-blown version. It was more of like a diet Sprite or like a Starry, but they ended up giving us the full Sprite, which was really cool. I like that a lot. But Hard Eyes is obviously a banger too. And you know, one of the friends I made in line, she requested that, and she was like super happy that they played it. I wanted them to play Babe Ruth, but I didn't really want to like keep yelling out my suggestion, you know, if they weren't biting onto it. But you know, it is what it is. They were super great. They didn't just like walk off the stage. They ended up coming down. We took a group photo, and then Chase, you know, kind of being the front man that he is, like ended up talking to everybody and taking photos. You know, super genuine guy. I mean, they all seem like very genuine guys. You know, I just kind of noticed Joey in the corner and like, yeah, figured like, all right, I'll go talk to him, because I really had like a question on my mind that I don't really think made sense for the group format. And I just asked him about this recent album. You know, for me personally, listening to this, it felt like a culminating album in a way. And what I mean by that is there are bits and pieces, like different callbacks being made to all of the previous albums. They're in the lyrics. A lot of instrumental motifs have like transcended into this album, and even the visuals, like the video for Slack, they make a reference to literally all of their albums. So I was just curious what the intention was behind that. Why make this a culminating thing? And he just said the short answer is that it just kind of happened. Like, we really didn't plan any of that. I was like, what? How's that possible? As I'm talking to Joey, Chase comes up, gives me a hug. I was like mid-sentence, and I just asked him, I was like, hey, I was just asking Joey about the album and all these things kind of like coming together. Was it an intentional thing, or it just kind of happened? And he's like, dude, it just kind of happened. A lot of our music just happens like that. We get into a room, and whatever comes, we kind of take it as such. And I just thought that was so cool. That just speaks to the trust and the chemistry that they have with one another when creating music. But it also makes me think that there's like a little bit of a third party or something in the universe that's like helping them to create the music. I thought that was really dope. And then I had shared that I felt like my fandom of their music like had kind of mirrored that experience, that over the years I've heard bits and pieces of their music. And it wasn't until like about a year ago that I was encouraged to listen to Dreamland that really made me become a more legitimate fan. And then like a year later, go to their concert for the first time. So it really just felt like my journey as a fan was kind of culminating at the same time of this album. I thought that was just really awesome to be able to like, I don't know, share that with them in a weird parallel way. And they were super appreciative of that. I mean, they are super appreciative of all their fans, and you can just tell how much joy they get from seeing other people experience joy from their music. Truly, truly genuine guys. And speaking of that, they had said something to the effect of like, we are so happy for the people that come here and just want to be here and want to be themselves and like live in this moment. And they're just kind of like speaking on authenticity. And I just said, you know, that's crazy. Every video I make, I literally end it with stay real, stay you, because that's just like one of my greatest values, is just be yourself, right? And Joey, man, he was so wholesome. He was like, dude, that's exactly it. You know, that's exactly what we go for. Just be you. Just appreciate life. Yeah, they were great dudes, and I was so grateful to have met them. Although I alluded to my channel, I didn't plug it. Felt like it would have been really awkward to be like, hey, you should like watch me listen to your music. They do that on a nightly basis, so it just didn't feel right. But at least to express my gratitude for them was really, really awesome. You don't really have those kinds of moments as a fan usually. And then of course, as I was departing, I complimented Joey on his mustache. He complimented mine, so it was a good exchange. But that conversation meant the world, and it was just further proof that they are who they seem. And just for me as a human, that was just further encouragement to be myself, and who I am, the energy that I put out there also attracts that same energy. So super dope, man. Like really, really, really cool. And then a few hours later, we went back to the concert and had an absolute blast. Of course, I didn't know all the words because I'm, you know, still a new fan. But oh my God, to see the people around me like just get so excited and be so hyped, like it was just so much fun, man. And you know, the squad that I kind of like joined, we all hung out like in the front by Joey. And that man is crazy. Like he just goes nuts. He was so hyped, dude, during the entire time. I mean, they were all having fun, but Joey just like the charisma was just elite. To have connected with him earlier and then connect with him as he's on the stage was awesome experience, man. Genuinely one of my favorite concerts that I've been to date. And you know, I can't wait till the next time I get to see them. Thanks for watching the video. This has been TOBBQ. Stay real and stay you. Take me away.